When I think of manhwa, I think of Solo Leveling, and maybe a few other titles you probably know. But here's the thing, despite all the years of binge-watching anime and flipping through manga left to right instead of scrolling webtoons up and down, I realized I haven't actually read that much Korean manhwa. Sure, I've listened to K-pop, I stan Kim Chae-won, I've seen K-pop Demon Hunters, but manhwa, I only scratched the surface. And then I stumbled upon one author, someone who isn't a household name, someone without the fame of SIU, Tower of God, or Chugong, Solo Leveling, but in my opinion, he's one of the greatest storytellers in manhwa right now. His name? Jong Ji-hoon. Today, I'll walk you through all 5 of his works, stories that will break you, heal you, make you laugh, and leave you thinking about life itself. 1. The first stop is the horizon. At first glance, it looks simple, a boy walking through a post-apocalyptic wasteland. But quickly, you realize this is not a normal manhwa. Some panels aren't colored. Some pages have no words at all, just silence, and yet that silence speaks louder than words. We follow the boy. No name, just the boy. Later, he meets the girl. Again, no name. They're stripped of identity, so their story becomes universal. They could be anyone. They could be you. These 2 children flee a war zone. They run into forests, across desolate cities, meeting strange figures. A man afraid of fire, a ruler of an empty city. Every step is a trial. It's only 21 chapters long, but it hits like 1,000 pages. Loss, hopelessness, despair, but also flickers of light, hope that blooms in the smallest moments. When color suddenly returns to a panel, when the children smile despite everything, you feel alive with them. The horizon isn't just a manhwa, it's an experience, and it's only the beginning. 2. If the horizon crushed you, Jung Ji-hoon wasn't done yet. His next work, IHSTTY, is arguably his most brutal. It begins with Ga-yeon, an ordinary girl on a family trip before her wedding. The opening pages are full of color, joy, laughter, and then tragedy. She loses everything, her parents, her fiancé, her entire world in a heartbeat. Chapter 2. And already her face is scarred, her heart shattered. Society brands her a monster, people shame her, and she retreats into alcohol, self-harm, depression. The storytelling is raw, unflinching. You feel her pain, but slowly, a light shines. She finds strength as a single mother. Kids who once bullied her make amends. She embraces her scars, embraces herself. There are moments so wholesome, so heartwarming, that you almost don't want to trust them, because you know it's the calm before the storm. Readers often praise The Horizon as his most emotional work. But for me, IHSTTY is his best written. It's fearless. It shows the horror of real-world trauma, and yet it plants seeds of hope in the darkest soil. 3. After 2 tragedies, you'd think Jung Ji-hoon had no humor left. But then came Apocalypse Romance. It's only 3 chapters long. The premise? Earth has been alone for billions of years, yearning for the moon. So, what if we stacked 192 million single men on top of each other to make a human ladder from Earth to the moon? Absurd? Yes. But it's also hilarious, oddly touching, and completely unexpected. This is Ji-hoon saying, I can make you cry, but I can also make you laugh. The panels are full of self-inserts, little jokes, cameos of his other works. For the first time, we see his playful side. And honestly, I loved it. 4. Then came something wild. Mosquito War. Mosquitoes have existed for 100 million years, longer than dinosaurs. They spread disease, kill hundreds of thousands annually. But in Ji-hoon's story, what if they mutated? What if they started using our DNA to fight back? Within a week, half of humanity is gone. By the time the story begins, we are absolutely doomed. Yet, we fight back. Humanity gathers its last 5,000 survivors, assembles an elite squad, and launches a desperate counterattack. The art isn't flashy, it's minimalistic, but it works. You feel the scale just by scrolling endlessly through battlefield panels. And while it has insane action, references to Baki and Evangelion, fourth wall breaks, and pure comedy, there's always a deeper message. It's Jung Ji-hoon's way of saying, even in chaos, even in parody, there's truth. Mosquito War is his Jeju Island arc. Pure hype, pure madness, and strangely profound. 5. And then came the magnum opus, The Boxer. At first, it looks like a sports story. Ryu, a prodigy, bullies his way through opponents. Jay, his victim, stands up for himself. And Yu, the quiet, white-haired boy, lurks in the background. But here's the twist. The real genius isn't Ryu. It's Yu. Silent, emotionless, dead-eyed. A prodigy born not out of joy, but out of emptiness. A demon sculpted by a ruthless trainer. The fights are brutal. The paneling? Brilliant. You can track every punch, every counter, every movement. But what makes The Boxer special is this. Every fighter feels like the main character. Champions, underdogs, even side characters who only appear for one chapter. Their stories matter, their struggles inspire you. Yes, it's about boxing, but it's also about life. About dreams, flaws, trauma, hope. For me, The Boxer is Ji-hoon's most complete work. Everything he learned in from his previous stories, the silence of the horizon, the tragedy of IHSTTY, the humor of apocalypse romance, the chaos of mosquito war, all of it converges here. So, who is Jang Ji-hoon? There's almost nothing online. No socials, no interviews, no Wikipedia. The only thing you'll find is a photo of another guy named Rain. He's practically a ghost, but through his works, we get glimpses of who he is. A man who's been single for 16 years. A man of faith, weaving subtle Christian themes into his narratives. Not by preaching, but by showing love. Love through tragedy, through comedy, through boxing, through mosquitoes. And that's what makes him special. In a world drowning in negativity, Jang Ji-hoon reminds us, there is still hope. There is still love. There is still beauty, even in silence. So next time you think of manhwa, don't just think of solo leveling. Think of the horizon. Think of Gayeon. Think of you. Think of this quiet Korean author who, without fame or recognition, has already changed lives through his stories. Because at the end of the day, what's a world without a little smile?